Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I want to take about 3 minutes here to give you a really good recap where we are with home values for 2019. More importantly than that is I want to tell you what market we're heading into and what you can do to really preserve your equity if you decide to sell yours. So let's take a quick look at what's been happening. If you really quickly compare 2018 with 2019, it's the inventory, that really tight supply that's been driving the market. All 2018, we averaged 8 to 10 homes for sale. We'll finish the year at $1,238,000 with the average sales price. Average square foot was $398 with 34 homes closed escrow this same time last year. Now, the interesting thing in 2019, we stayed with that 8 to 10 homes for sale at any given time. Second of all, the average sales price is $1,147, which really is just a baseline because that was implied because more summits and larger homes sold last year than this year. And you can see even though the average sales price was lower, the cost per square footage was higher. But here's a key factor that everybody has been keeping an eye on, and that is year to date, we are at 18 closed home sales in the neighborhood there. That's almost 50% drop here. So even though we've been fortunate with that tight supply of inventory, you can see buyers are taking their time. They're cautious. They're retracting, which in detail, the market's retracting. So what does that mean for heading into 2020? Well, we saw it this year specifically, but we're seeing it very loud and clear now that many of us have been just relying on the market the last 7 years to just with this runaway inflation. What matters now, any home that's going to be placed on the market, what really matters, you really need to know the target that you're going after. And then you need to target that group specifically, laser focus, and then you have to address their true needs, their desires, and speak their language. When I talk about knowing your target, all that big data is out there. It's just a matter of research and or applying the principles that the big companies do. We know specifically here that in San Joaquin Hills, the average audience is 31 to 42 years of age. They have 2.1 kids, which is a funny stat. They have one pet. They have an average household income yearly of $221,000 plus, and this is their second home. That's about 92% of the profile. Well, how do you target that group now that you know who it is? Well, if you take Amazon, for instance, there's so much information out there when it comes to privacy that we could really mine this audience specifically. We target them with our AI, with the specific dark posts on Facebook, the Google trail ads, and when you really fine-tune that audience, it's almost crazy how you could really detail and find yourself in their inbox or in their feed with your home. But here's an important thing where you don't want to be seen as spam. You want to address their needs. Because this is usually their second home, their language they usually speak is, gosh, when we first bought our home, we didn't have kids, and now we just have 2 kids, they're getting older, we just have no room, we're tripping over or toys, we really would like a yard, we prefer to entertain at our home, but we go everywhere else to entertain because we just don't have the space for get-togethers. So when you place your home on the market, it doesn't work anymore. We just say, hey, 3,000 square feet, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, highly upgraded. That doesn't speak their language because when the market starts contracting, the reason why there's so few home sales, there's a lot of buyers out there, but they are doing we're just going to wait and see what happens, which is code for we don't want to move forward. We're really not sure where we're going to go. So the market's just not selling the homes anymore. You really got to address their needs, speak their language, and speak to them specifically because it is an emotional purchase there. And of course, if I had a nickel for how many homes are on the market and they tell me that A, no one's showing it, and B, more importantly, the people that do show it, it's almost like they just randomly came off the streets because it's a 5-bedroom and they thought it was a 3-bedroom. It just goes to show you that's not really the market that's being attracted for whatever reason here. So as far as how the market here in San Joaquin Hills specifically, there's still tremendous opportunity. It's just a matter of really defining whether you're moving up, whether you're moving down, leaving the state, excuse me. And then when you do decide how to do that, really see the big data information on what's best going to work for you. This year alone, I've had more inquiries on homeowners here with very specific needs and questions. If you have any, feel free to contact me direct. You go to JZD Properties, and like always, until we meet, you take care.